Let's talk to the girls. So we're at 9:44. This is a quick one. And one of them is talking, the brunette, is talking about her past. And then the blonde girl chimes in. I think her name, the blonde, is Claudia. I think it's Devora and Claudia. I may have that right. Let's listen to the exchange. Okay.
Is that it's kind of just like their penis has just somehow ended up there. And then after the fact, I was just like, oh, fuck, they are not a trustworthy person. So thank God I never got anything like that.
Yeah.
I think I trusted you enough to know that you wouldn't do that to me.
Yeah.
But also we never it was very occasional or maybe only happened a few times that I know me and Dev ever just slept with people we didn't really truly know. I feel like a lot of the times.
Some of the people I've been with are very questionable.
I mean, I'm thinking there was definitely people I met and slept with at the same time.
What I will really...
Okay. No disrespect, but that is the context. So how do penises just end up there, by the way, I ask? How does that happen? Are you just seated and it's got a mind of its own and it just all of a sudden? I don't think so. I've been out of the dating game for a little bit of time, definitely still in the sex game because I'm married and I have a great sex life. But regardless, last I checked, a penis just doesn't find itself inside of a human. That's just me. Maybe my biology is off. You never know in 2022. I could be outdated in some way. But she says that comment, and I know it was cut off a little bit on the screen because we're trying to get the whole video in. She says that comment, by the way, with her boyfriend sitting next to her. So those two girls in the middle, each guy on the side is a boyfriend to each of them. She says that comment, oh, I don't know, the penis is just wound up there with the guy that she's with now sitting there. And if you'll notice, he goes like this because he's probably wants to die in that moment. That told you everything you need to know about the power dynamic in that relationship, by the way. The fact that the two girls were talking on camera like that about their sex life, and the other one's like, oh, yeah, there were definitely people I met and slept with the same day. Not funny, honey. Nasty. It's not funny. And let me tell you who it's not funny to on the inside. On the inside, it's not funny to those two guys. They're embarrassed. They're a little humiliated. They are now kind of little statuesque representations of what men need to do in the modern feminist age. They need to sit there and smile when their girlfriend says things like this. In fact, he comes back, one of the guys, and says, well, I think I trusted you enough. He's trying to make her look better because if she looks bad, he looks bad. It's dude, what are you doing? She's talking like that. You're sitting right there. It's nasty. So he's like, oh, let me try to make her look better. She's not having it. She's like, no, actually, a lot of it was questionable. I mean, it is the epitome of what's wrong with everything that we're talking about, right? It's disrespectful, by the way, women. This is just a note. It's very disrespectful. You have a past. Everybody has a past. But when you talk about fickle sex that you had before you were with your guy publicly, with your guy sitting there, it's not a good feeling for the guy. I don't care if he smiles because feminism told him he has to, because if he says anything about it, then he'll be labeled a misogynist or anti-woman or, oh, he's trying to control her and her feelings and what she's saying. So he's got to sit there like a dummy. Right? Or he'll potentially be canceled by everyone at large. But that guy's festering inside. Come on. So that is the context. That is the context for the women who were having that response about Andrew Tate prior and having that response that Fresh and Fit was hateful. So does it occur to you now that you've seen that maybe those women and women like them would be concerned that their men listening to Fresh and Fit would upset the power dynamic that currently exists in their relationship, which is clearly that they are in control. Women are running the show. No question. I'm telling you this as a female. It's very easy to see. They're like little puppets there. They can talk, don't get me wrong, but their talking points are in line. They've all been approved. All right. So then the guys come in. And this is an opportunity for the guys to talk. I don't know how much we'll be able to see of them in the frame we have, but we'll do the best we can. But you can hear them, okay? Let's go to 3610. And the guys now, one by one, are going to share their thoughts on Andrew Tate. Now, keep in mind, these are the guys that were sitting there while the women just spoke the way they did. You need context. This is why I laid it out this way. Okay? Let's hear what the first guy has to say about Andrew. 3610.
The way he speaks motivates a lot of men, like, because he's very like deliberate, and he's like a drill sergeant type talk. You know, like you're gonna listen to it and be like, I'm motivated. But the issue is that he's. What I said to Claudia yesterday, I was like, he's poisoning these weak men. He's poisoning weak men's minds out there, because a lot of men are not, you know, an alpha male, if you want to use that term, whatever you want to say.
Okay, wait, pause for a second. Are you, honey? Are you? Come now. I know this guy's a bodybuilder, by the way. I went and looked at his page, but alpha comes from the inside. Alpha is not this. I mean, great. Oh, Jed's got guns. Yay. Alpha is not that. Alpha is in here. The alpha guy comes from the inside out. Is he an alpha? I would ask him, are you an alpha guy? You think so? All right. Interesting. Alpha guy would have just sat there and listened to the do-girls talking like that about their old, penises just, you know, they just slipped in. I don't know about that, audience. What do you think? What do you think? I have my doubts. Also, right from the top, how is Andrew Tate poisoning men? I want to know where the poison is. Where is it? Is it when he says, get off your ass? Is it when he says, get into the gym and work out? Is it when he says you shouldn't rely on prescription medication to cure depression? Is it when he says you are responsible for owning your own life and your own choices? What part is it when he says you should be financially stable and you should be able to take care of yourself and your family? Is it when he says that it's a guy's job to protect his woman, even if he has to die to protect her? I want to know where the poison is. I want to know. So it's very obvious this guy just watched a bunch of TikTok shorts. And I'm telling you that because that's what I did initially. I owned that part of my journey. And we're going to get back to that at the end of the show because I need to remind you of that. So where's the poison? Okay, let's keep going.
98% of men are not like that, like go-getter mindset. They're like weak. They're weak-minded. And this is like penetrating that in a really negative way because yes, he might live this lifestyle. He might think these things and say these outlandish things. One, he's probably just saying it for fucking views. Two, when a weak-minded man listens to this, they're thinking that's the fucking answer. That's why I'm a loser or I am weak-minded. I need to start thinking like fuck women. Then I'll have validation of myself. But yet that's like the issue with Andrew Tate is that he's putting this image and like mindset into people that should not have. Not that anyone should have that mindset, but they should definitely not be watching this because they're just getting brainwashed in a direction that they can't even handle.
Don't you love this? Don't you love? Do I have any in the audience, in the chat? Do I have any Andrew Tate fans? I'm just curious because you've just been infantilized by this guy. He has infantilized you the way modern feminists do to women all the time. You apparently are dumb and you're not strong enough. You're basically a bunch of weak ass bitches. You're sitting at home, you're watching Andrew Tate and you're just absorbing. You can't possibly process what he's saying because you're so weak that you're going to misinterpret it and you can't be trusted to form your own opinion. How infantilizing to everyone. By the way, just so this guy knows, the weak ass bitches aren't listening to Andrew Tate. That's not who's listening to Andrew Tate, honey. The weak ass bitches are watching pornography all day long. They're playing video games all day long. They are doing drugs. They're overweight. They're sitting on the couch with a bag of Cheetos. They're becoming obese. They are, not financially stable, not working toward anything. Those are the weak-minded people. They're not going to be drawn to a guy who's very rough on guys. Very. He's like, get off your ass. No excuses. Weak people are not drawn to that. They want someone who's going to help them continue to be weak. They don't want someone who's going to invite them to be strong. You have to have an inner strength for Andrew Tate to appeal to you. Yeah, I said it. You have to have an inner strength. You have to want your life to look better. Weak people are not drawn to that. They want easy answers. They want someone else to do it for them. And they don't want someone challenging them on stuff they know they're doing wrong. So I find this hilarious. Obviously, do you see now why I said this guy watched a few Andrew Tate shorts and he was like, oh yeah, I got it. I got it. He pushed his sleeves up. He's like, I know what I'm going to say about this. Also, interestingly enough, this line, getting brainwashed in a direction that they can't even handle. This happens in politics all the time. You have liberals that talk to people like this all the time. They infantilize you. They say like, oh, you don't really understand all the bad stuff that Donald Trump wants to do. Just trust us. We're better. You just can't understand how deeply corrupt he is. Don't worry, we've got it for you. Just vote Biden. It's okay. This happens all the time. This is from the playbook. This is the leftist playbook. Now, I don't know this guy's politics. And the thing is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the point is, this guy is a young guy. I think he's in his 20s. I'm pretty sure he's in his 20s. I don't know how early in his 20s he is. He's a young guy. So he's echoing this feminist, modernist garbage, even though he doesn't realize it, right? He's echoing it. He has been programmed without even, he doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know it. But let an older generation guy watch this, I'm telling you, or someone who's awake to the system or someone who doesn't regurgitate talking points is going to be like, dude, splash some water on your face. What are you saying? Did you even do research? A little bit, right? And everybody needs a reality check every now and then. So now the other guy weighs in. You had him, the one boyfriend. Now the boyfriend whose girlfriend said the penises just found themselves there. Now he's going to weigh in on Andrew Tate. And this may be even better. So let's go to 3811.
I think people like Andrew Tate, basically what they do is they find like a group of people and they prey on their insecurities and their problems. So basically, if you're a guy who's struggling to get girls, the way that you're going to justify it is by seeing Andrew Tate on your For You page and him saying that, talking shit about women and saying they're all these bad things. Now, social media, the way social media works is it plays off of extremes. You never see like your mind.
Okay. I mean, it's just, how is Andrew Tate preying on people's insecurities and problems? He is directly calling out those insecurities and problems. He is talking to people and saying, you're lazy. You're lazy. Get off your ass. Get off your ass. He is inviting you to do better. He is telling you that what you're doing isn't working, is bad for you, and you need to do better as a man. That's not preying on people's insecurities and problems. That's challenging them to overcome those insecurities and problems and get their shit together. What is being missed here? Well, I'll tell you. What's being missed is that they don't know anything about Andrew Tate. They just know what they were told, and they know what those two girls in the middle are comfortable with them saying about it. And they're not straying because the power dynamic in their relationship is such that they don't stray on certain topics, and you know it. If you want to watch the full episode, click right here. And if you want to ask me a question, talk one-on-one, send me a FaceTime video, join a video with a group of your friends and me, you got to download Connect and you got to join me there. It's going to be really hot.